come in, come in. You've literally caught me making breakfast, so get over here for a little omelette. Okay. For anyone who knows me, I am definitely not a cook, so please do not judge me because, yeah, this is meant to be, I guess, just scrambled eggs, but even that will probably look a little bit dodgy. I'm more of like a eat to survive kind of guy, you know, as opposed to make it actually look nice or anything like that, you know, or even taste nice.
What have we got going on here then?
So literally, it's just got eggs, a bit of chorizo, some avocado, good fats. And yeah, that's it. But literally just in a bowl. Don't really care what it looks like, what it tastes like. It's just the nutrients and all that jazz that we need, you know? We've had a bit of bad news actually. So the guy that we met down in London, who you can see just up there, we were meant to do a deal whereby he was going to be basically acting as an agent to my artwork and selling pieces of the new style down in the south of France. However, turns out he was, I'm going to say full of shit, but he effectively put a couple of deals together which never actually come off, which makes me question the whole thing because the paintings had sold and basically nothing come of it, long story short. So he's not even parted ways, it just never come off. So we're back to square one, but it also makes me think that like actually just doing it on my own is going to be the easiest way of doing things anyway, because yeah, it may take a little bit longer to get to the kind of level that I want to get to, but at the same time you're not then relying on unreliable people. So yeah, a bit of a shame because it could have been something good if it paid off, but it didn't, so we basically keep on moving.
Would you try and do it again with someone else, or are you just thinking straight on, just do it yourself?
The Maddox gallery is, I've said this from day, like I'm not really a massive, not fan of galleries, but like I wouldn't necessarily want to go into a gallery unless it's the right one. Maddox gallery kind of, which you've also seen me go to, which you can see just there, I would be the only kind of gallery that I'll go into because they kind of fit my style and I can see my work in there. But outside of that, for now, we're just going to go it alone and basically just put all our attention into social media and just see how far we can we'll get from there, you know? I mean, it's not going to win any Oscars for best food, I'll tell you that. But yeah, let's get us down over here. All right, whilst I'm here, let me show you. Alright, this is probably the clearest, the clearest explanation between the two styles that I'm going to be doing. Oh, sorry, from my old style to my new style. And so, obviously this is the kind of paintings that I was doing before, which I love and are kind of really technical and all that kind of stuff. I personally prefer this new style just because I much prefer the colour and stuff. And so, these are just sitting at my house because there's not enough room in the studio at the moment. But what I have been looking at when I've been looking at these two is like, how can I incorporate the two styles? And so what I'm thinking, especially with the Jimi Hendrix piece that I'm working on at the moment, is very much going to look like this, but then I'll be adding on the flicks like this on top of it, to create kind of the finished piece and stuff. So kind of you're merging them two styles together, as well as incorporating a bit of kind of colour into the whole thing as well. So that's kind of what I'm thinking with that. But by the way, these two paintings are available if you do want to buy them. And speaking of which, this is one of those paintings that the guy was meant to have sold, actually. So annoyingly, it's still here, but I have no doubt that it will sell soon. But anyway, we've got the games in, breakfast done, TV off, and let's get over to the studio. We are going to go for a little bit of training shopping. It's always nice to get out of the studio and actually just enjoy life a little bit. I feel like all I've done recently is work, and so today gonna have a look at some trainers, work on the old appearance, make sure we're looking fresh for Instagram and social media, and obviously YouTube, and so let's see what we can pick up. My girlfriend keeps on getting on to me about getting her some sambas, which I think are these ones.
but we're here for me, not her. Alright. To be fair, I might be able to actually get a few ideas for a couple of paintings, like the colourways and stuff. They're pretty sick, so we've got fans then. To be fair, this colourway, this like a kind of green and pink, is actually what I'm going to be putting on one of my paintings. Because this is what Jimmy's in this kind of colour, and I've actually got some of that green in there, so I'm on the right track. No, I mean, to be fair, it's nice to be fair, what I've been thinking recently is actually like on YouTube and just my general appearance. Like, I like that clean cut look. Hopefully you can see that. But I'm just kind of generally looking for just nice trainers and bits and pieces like that. So nothing specific in mind, but just if something takes my eye, then we'll try and pick it up, you know? Yeah, it's good. It's nice to, I feel like I've been working so much recently, it's nice to just get away and actually get away from the studio and just even thinking about the art. That said, going into that trainer shop, there are some proper sick colourways that I reckon I'm going to try and incorporate into that new style. So it's actually been quite helpful, but that said, it's also nice to just kind of, yeah, like I said, just get away from all that.
How's the Jimi paint getting along, by the way?
Jimi painting is come along, we're halfway there. I reckon we're going to have it finished next week, and we've had a couple of inquiries, no biters just yet, but the painting's not finished yet. So once it is finished, then I reckon at that point we should start getting some actual customers come through, and fingers crossed that piece will go pretty quickly. That said, it is a lot bigger, so to actually get that customer to come through, I think will be a lot more difficult than some of the smaller pieces that I've been selling so far. Is both in here, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Put it in here, wait, I'll see it, I'll have a look.
Put that in Instagram, it'll come up.
Yeah?
Yeah. Nice to meet you, see ya. Yeah, I mean, is that someone taking a little bit of an interest? I got my Jamaican food. I am feeling like, to be fair, it's on my bucket list to actually go to Jamaica. I've never been there. I'm half Jamaican. So yeah, gonna grab some food, gonna head back now. Obviously back to the studio, and we'll crack on, and fingers crossed we'll have Jimmy done sooner rather than later.
You're doing a bit of like marketing there, sort of showing your profile to this guy.
Gonna try it. We're going, was it hand to mouth? Is that the saying? We're gonna go hand to mouth and get out there and meet the people / get more followers hopefully for our YouTube. So yeah, we'll take anyone we can get in a minute.
Okay, studio time. So obviously I had to pick up the coffee en route. I want to show you something. This at the moment is the Jimi Hendrix piece that I've been working on, and this is the progress we've made so far, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love it. I wasn't sure, and I haven't been sure about the style, in that like I had this idea in my head and I wasn't sure if it was going to translate onto canvas, but for me, I know that this is kind of quite a way off being finished, but I am so happy with like the colourway and just in general where this style could take us. I'm definitely going to be adding some flicks on this one. I'll be going around all the lines to give the look that I want and adding in some of the body here, but for me, I feel like this is striking, and what I actually like most is working on this size. I've always kind of worked on, where is it, 1x1, which is over here. All of these ones, although you can't see what's on it, are 1 metre by 1 metre. But this, like with the Jade and Sancho paintings that I've done, big up Jaden by the way, who's doing well in Borussia Dortmund. He's scoring a couple of goals, scored in Champions League, we love that. But yeah, this is 1.5 metres by 1.5 metres, so I feel like this is my I feel like this is now my normal size, and I'm quite excited for that because the kind of client that I'm looking to acquire has walls big enough basically to fit this bad boy on. Anyway, today I'm going to be basically continuing with this piece, and I reckon in the next couple of sessions it'll be pretty much there. So I just need to carry on basically fine-tuning, going through all the colours throughout the piece, and just add in those parts that are obviously white throughout the piece and just keep going. Oh, a little tip for you guys. So from Hobbycraft, and this is not a paid ad, but just in general, you can get these little pots, these little jars, could be jars or pots. These are so helpful, and so I mix up my colours. You can get different sizes. I'll probably get bigger ones next time, but they have all the different sizes. I then mix these up, and by the way, like I said in many videos ago, I get the acrylic colour paint in there. I then put a little bit of flow enhancer in there as well from Liquitex. And then I also put a little bit of gesso in there as well, just to give it that smooth consistency in the paint, obviously apart from the darker colours. And then I'll just have my whole rack here, which I can then just pull from, because I'm finding that I'm having to go over a few colours a few times at things. So to have like an already made up paint is just a real time saver. So today, I'm just going to be continuing the progress on this piece. In fact, instead of me boring you guys to death with me just painting, I have something to show you. So obviously, I have this new style. I've been working on all kinds of designs, and I want to show you guys what I've been working on in this style and some other pieces that are to come after Jimi. So let's go over there and let me show you what we've got. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. So, what you can see here is obviously the Jimi Hendrix piece that I've been working on the whole time. This is the original sketch that I had, and this is how I literally come up with the idea. I was just working with colours for ages. This is actually what Jimi is going to end up finally looking like. But Jimi Hendrix also looked like this before. And I think it just goes to show like what a colour difference can actually do. Because I think that the colour scheme that I've gone for now, and all the colourways that are in there, look so much better and so much more fitting, which I'm going to keep in mind going forward for the other pieces that I do. In the meantime, I've been working on a craze piece. So the craze are here. I'm excited for this one because I feel like on a big scale, I'm going to do it again, 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters. This should look sick. And like, I mean, you can't really tell too much from what's from here, probably as to what it's going to look like, but I know if I can nail the colours, it's going to look sick, and I'm excited to do that one. I've never done 2 people in a painting, have I? Yeah, personal commissions. I've done 2 like portrait faces, but this was had 2 faces in it. The Tom Hardy era, so that should be good. And then I've also been working on a Steve Jobs, the Apple Goat. And again, you can't really see much because I haven't added the colours in yet, but this is kind of quite a cool piece. I think this should be quite a commercial piece as well, because a lot of people like Steve Jobs and kind of what he means and stuff to kind of popular culture. So I think that should be a good one as well. Okay, so guys, we are nearly done on this piece. Just got to do this literal final segment, and then it will just be to add the flicks on top. But I think I'm pretty happy with the way that it's come out, especially not really using colour in my artwork at all. In general, like, to see it come together on this scale, I think is going to hopefully look quite impressive. So, just this final green, and we are there. Okay. I've already, as I've been going along with this piece, I've been posting it on Instagram, and it seems to be getting some quite good feedback so far. But there's always a difference between good feedback and someone actually buying it. So let's hope once it's finally done that we start getting some inquiries. But I think that once I finally add the flicks, which you'll be able to see in the next episode, when it's completely finished. I think that'll give it like a little bit more dynamism and a bit more kind of motion in it. But for the meantime, this is the last stroke, last couple of strokes, should I say? And we are done. There we go. Happy days. Yeah.
How does it feel?
Yeah, I think it's difficult sometimes when you're looking at it up close to see what you're dealing with, but yeah, like once you kind of like step back, yeah, I'm very happy. Very happy. I think there's definitely the odd colour that I'm going to change. I feel like it's a bit too orange, so I might change this orange here. And this green, I'm not 100% sold on just yet.
What's it been like doing a new style? Has it been... you've been doing this for 5 years, right? So...
Yeah, I think having been doing my old style for like 5 years, it's been a bit of a change up. It's a kind of combination of emotions really, like nervy, but to be fair, I'll tell you what the overriding emotion is. It's just the excitement of actually seeing what in my head it will look like. And so, yeah, it's kind of come together exactly how I'd hoped really. And now I'm just not quite sure what to do in terms of finishing it off. Whether I'm going to go around it with a pen or all the segments and stuff, or whether I'm just going to flip directly onto it. So I'm probably just going to let it breathe for a couple of days, have a think, instead of just like rushing into it. And then from there, we'll finish off the piece and it will all be done. So very happy with how this has come out so far. I think that it will be done by the next episode, so you're going to have to tune into then. And for now, this is the way I'm going to leave it. I'll be adding my flicks and you'll be able to see the finished item then. But as always, you know what to do. We're still a new channel, so please do like, subscribe, follow the channel, and that'd be really helpful, and we can start getting out to more people.